Visible?
Yes, it is visible. Yeah.
Today my topic is Hemingway and modernism. So let's we can start. Hello, I am Bhumika Maida, and here I am because I love to give a presentation on the topic Hemingway and modernism. Who is Hemingway? Hemingway was an American novelist, a short story writer, journalist, and a sportsman. His economical and understated style, which he termed iceberg theory, had a strong influence on 20th century fiction. The first question is here to be immersed in everyone's mind that what is the theory of modernism? So, in this answer, I want to say that modernism was essentially based on a utopian vision of human life and society and a belief in progress or moving forward. And modernist ideals pervaded art, architecture, literature, religious faith, philosophy, social organization, and activities, and even the sciences. Uh, then we have to discuss that how does Hemingway's writing style reflect the modernist point of view. Uh, like most of Hemingway's writing, it is spare and cut down in most of his works. Unlike Victorian and Edwardian literature, it does not over-explain. In another country, is representative of the modernist perspective in that it brings focus to aftermath of World War I battles. And second thing is in another country, it reflects a modernist point of view also. In Ernest Hemingway's in another country, the author Hemingway uses several modernist techniques and viewpoints of modernism, and itself was an attempt by authors to overturn what was traditional and in terms of literature through new techniques and ideologies. Common theme is that modernism are technology. The past is the relation to the present and alienation. Also, in another country, happens to touch on all three of these themes. Then the second thing is what is a modernist point of view? If we talk about point of view of modernism, then modernist prior to modernism is literature, and the majority of authors wrote in the third person perspective and often utilizing an omniscient narrator. Modernist authors, however, preferred to write from a first person perspective to get a more personal view of the story and tap into the characters' thoughts. Uh, then we talk about Snow of Kilimanjaro of one of the Hemingway's work. It serves as a testament to the subtle craft of the modernist style of writing. The symbolism and dialogue within the snows of Kilimanjaro is superb and helps reinforce the modernist themes of Hemingway's writing. The second, In Our Times, is the second famous work by Hemingway. In this, Hemingway's writing or no description of emotion. Yet, through this spare style, Hemingway was able to weave powerful and moving stories. This is the new use of language counted as one of the major development of modernist writing. Famous The Old Man and the Sea by Hemingway. In this old man and the sea, this demonstrates the many of the characteristics of modernism. Let we can see here. Modernist literature is to go into the character's consciousness to find his complicated emotions throughout most of this novel. The main character of this novel is Santiago, is alone in his boat with only his thoughts. This sentence uttered by the character Santiago here. He is wonderful and strange, and who knows how old he is, he thought. Never have I had such a strong fish, nor one who acted so strangely. The second characteristic of Modernist literature is use of third person omniscient point of view. The reader joins the story after 84 days of not catching a fish, and the narrator fills the details. The narrator knows all about the old man and the boy. This sentence is taken from this novel. The old man had taught the boy to fish, and the boy loved him. The third characteristic is a simple direct style with a basic vocabulary. The choice of words creates a basic uh, concrete pictures with no flowery language. For example, this dialogue, he knelt down and found the tuna under the stern with the gap and drew it toward him, keeping it clear of the coiled lines. Then, if we talk about the writing style of Hemingway, then Hemingway style is very simple, direct, and unadorned, probably, and it is the as a result of his early newspaper training. So, Hemingway matured as an artist in the City of Lights. The city considered by modernist writers as a wellspring of inspiration, but uh, in France, Hemingway is considered a modernist because of his style alone. Some African scholars, however, argue that Hemingway is not a modernist but rather a uh, in France is something different, and in African scholars there is something difference in was one of the writers, and here is my references, and thank you very much all.
Okay, so you can stop presenting, but I think you know that this is problematic. This last slide is not okay. I hope you got the idea because we have already discussed earlier. So, and you must be able to identify
Yes, sir.
what problem is there. Okay, but still, if you have doubt, you
Yes.
can put a WhatsApp message also, so I can reply to you if you have any